When you think of healing, does your mind goes beyond doctors and medicine to include miracles? Because there's one powerful element that plays a huge role in receiving divine healing: faith. In the Bible, we see countless examples of how faith is the key that unlocks God's healing power. Today, we're going to look at the role of faith in receiving divine healing, how faith works in the process of healing, and how it applies to our own lives today. In the Gospel of Mark 5:34, Jesus heals a woman who had been suffering from bleeding for 12 years. Jesus says to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." This woman had been suffering for 12 years, with no hope and no solution. She had tried everything, seen every doctor, spent all her money, but nothing worked. Yet, when she believed in Jesus and reached out in faith and touched Jesus, she was healed instantly. What's powerful here is that it wasn't just the touch that healed her, it was her faith. Jesus didn't say, "You were healed because you touched my clothes." He said, "Your faith has healed you." Faith is the key. Whether you are dealing with a physical ailment, emotional pain, or even a difficult situation, faith in God's power to heal and restore is what opens the door to miracles. Imagine you're going through something challenging. Maybe it's health problems, financial struggles, or a tough relationship. You've tried everything you can, but it still feels like you're stuck. Just like the woman in Mark 5, reaching out in faith, believing that God can make a way, can open the door to healing and breakthrough. It's not about how perfect your faith is, but that you trust in God's power. In Matthew 17:20, where Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Here Jesus was saying, even a small amount of faith can make a big difference. What does that mean for you? It means that you don't have to have perfect, unshakable faith to receive healing. Even if you feel like your faith is small or weak, God can still work through it. The key is that you trust and believe in His power to move in your life. Maybe you feel like your faith is small. Maybe you've been praying for healing and haven't seen results yet. But just like that tiny mustard seed, faith, no matter how small, can still create a breakthrough. God sees the heart behind the faith, not the size. When you trust Him, even in your doubts, He moves in powerful ways. James 5:15, which says, "And the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven." Here, James gives us a clear promise. Prayer offered in faith leads to healing. This prayer isn't just words, it's a prayer of trust, believing that God will act. What does this mean today? It means that when you pray for healing, whether for yourself or others, you need to pray with expectation and trust. It's not about the length of the prayer or the number of words. It's about believing that God heard you and will respond. Take a real-life example. A person might be dealing with a health crisis, and they pray with faith, trusting God for healing. While it's normal to have doubts and fears, when you choose to believe and pray, God answers, whether through a miracle, a breakthrough, or even through medical treatments. The prayer offered in faith activates God's healing power in your life. Remember, God's healing power isn't just for the perfect or the strongest in faith. It's available to everyone, no matter how small your faith might feel. When you trust God and take that step of faith, even in difficult times, He responds. So, no matter what you're facing today, whether it's sickness, stress, or anything else, know that faith plays a huge role in receiving divine healing. You don't need perfect faith, just a heart that trusts in God's power. When you pray and believe, He hears you and moves in your life. This concludes episode 4, and I hope you have been blessed. In the next episode, the focus will be on the correlation between divine healing and forgiveness. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Email pathwaysermonseries@gmail.com for prayer request, healing testimonies, and other ministry materials to build up your faith. Thank you.